What's going on, guys? It's Rod with Powell Group. It is Thursday, August 27th, and in today's video, we're going to discuss the FOMC Fed Chair Jerome Powell. He spoke today. He didn't really say anything new today, but I did want to give you guys a quick update. So they said they will seek inflation that averages 2% over time, a step that implies allowing for price pressures to overshoot after periods of weakness. So we know that banks are going to be keeping interest rates near zero, if not at zero, and it doesn't look like this is going to change for about 5 years. So the fact that banks won't be making any money is concerning, and I think that's something that Warren Buffett also saw coming, because we know that he ditched a lot of banks and decided to go with Barrick Gold, which is a gold miner. So taking a look at some other important factors in the economic data. So we did get our GDP number, which was a beat. We were expecting 32.5% contraction, but we got 31.7. Still a terrible, atrocious number, but we did see over another million jobless claims as well. So that downward trend continues to spiral. And we did see a red flag. I was reading this article today and I was looking at VIX and noticed that VIX broke its prior price resistance, which I'll show you on the chart here. So we had prior resistance on the volatility index at 2490 here. And you can see here we double topped essentially a few days ago at that level and pulled back significantly. And we bounced off the bottom of the Bollinger Bands. And today we were up about 15%, I believe it was, at one point, 26% on the day on VIX. And we exploded past that prior resistance in a big way. Now we're starting to pull back. And I have a theory for what I believe is happening, which I'll do another video on later on today. So you can check back, subscribe to the channel, tick the little bell, you'll be notified on the next update. But I'll do a video on where I think the market's going and what I think is in store over the next few days and weeks and months. But other than that, the dollar looks like it wants to bounce on the weekly as well. So I've been watching the dollar and the volatility index and potentially this inverse head and shoulders that we could be forming here on DXY, which is the US dollar currency index. So not really much to report from the meeting today with the Fed, but obviously as inflation rises, things are going to cost more. So your everyday goods and services are going to cost more. And as we know, people are 90 days or 180 days away from not being able to pay their bills. So it's going to be interesting. And with the jobless claims continuing to skyrocket and inflation going up, yes, the interest rates are going to remain low, but we have to keep in mind that, and we've seen that we have these slow grinds up. You can see SPY to start the day. We were kind of whipsawing around here. And we're starting to see a lot more volatility, right? So that would make sense as to why VIX went up. And then we double topped at the high, at the new high of the day. And you can see that we just immediately pulled back almost, I think, 1%. Yeah, almost 1% in no time at all. And so these moves are starting to accelerate. They're starting to get a lot more pronounced. And what I think is happening is we're seeing distribution up at these levels. And again, tune into the next video. It should be posted within the next 20 to 30 minutes. And you can check out what I think is going to happen overall in the market as a whole, and especially in these tech names. And it resembles that of the .com bubble. So make sure to like the video if you enjoyed this content, subscribe to the channel, tick the little bell, and you'll be notified of any future updates. Looks like SPY is in a 5-minute uptrend, just looking to form a 5-minute higher low. No real red flags yet. It was a nice V recovery, as we always see from the bulls. So again, check out my video that will be coming later on today about the .com bubble and are we potentially heading into a similar scenario. Have yourselves a great rest of the trading day and be safe out there.